Good morning. If somebody woke up in a good mood. Is it time for breakfast? Yeah, breakfast. Starting off being a busybody already. What's up, guys? So it's Wednesday, and is he waking up? It's hard to tell because he sleep with his eyes open. And just put him down for a nap. I was in the midst of cleaning my room, and then he got so fussy. I'm like, okay, so what you're saying is nap time, and I can accommodate that. Yeah, I hate that my son and his baby is going through that. I even kind of sort of hate that she's going through it because she's really young and very immature and does not have the common sense to grasp understanding of situations. I don't get it. Like, she's the type of person who loves to be a victim. She creates situations and then she plays a victim to the situation. But what's up, guys? Yeah, today is a day. Today is the day of days. Oh my goodness. So it's Wednesday, and did she get him? No. Today is the day, y'all. It's Wednesday. The police just left my house with Miss Noodlebrain. She came over in attempts to get the baby, and she came over with her restraining order showing that she wants to get the baby, and I gave them the dispute to the restraining order and the child custody order, and told the police was like, well, we can't make your son give her the baby. We just need you to call him and say that he's not willing to give up the baby. So I had to call my son, and he said no. So of course I'm pissed off. So I'm like, listen, my son really didn't want to be with this girl in the beginning. He was only with her because of the baby. He wanted to try to make it work for the baby. Y'all, hold on, this is fine. Hey, babe. So she shows up with the police. Two police officers come to the house and knock on the door, and they present the restraining order. And I said, I know, he's been served with that. So she's standing in the grass on the opposite side of the thing. I can only see her feet. So they said, well, according to this, she's requesting full custody. I said, I know. I said, and that's not the latest one. So I showed them the documentation that he filed disputing it. So then they look at it with the gang stuff and the text messages, and I said, and I know what this is. I said, you guys are peace officers. We've been informed by our attorney, of our rights. And he said, yeah, we can't force you guys to give the baby up. I said, I know. He said, but we came just to make sure that the peace is in case he decides to get a baby up. I said, well, I can guarantee you he's not willing to get a baby to her. I said, in her restraining order, she never put in about the fight or anything else. So they read through the paperwork that he submitted, and they basically told her, well, he's not willing, because I had to call him. The police officer said, can you call your son to make sure, so we can hear him say he's not willing to get a baby up. So I called him, and he said, no, I'm not willing to get a baby back to her. So she starts mouthing off, F you, and you ain't shit as a mother, and blase, blase, blah. And I was like, I'm not nothing as a mother. I said, I would have never put my kids in danger. I said, she brought her whole boyfriend up there to fight my son at my grandson's doctor's appointment. I said, so I have a problem with that. And the fact that she won't admit it, so this means this will happen again. I said, she has no clue. I said, this is a check for her. That's what it is. She's about to lose a check. So I told him how she was going to marry somebody in the military that she never met, to get a stipend, a monthly stipend, and all, you know, that she got to fighting when she was 8 months pregnant. So the police officer said, well, I can't advise you what to do, but this may be something you want to also give to the judge. I said, oh, I'm going to tell my son to tell all of that. I said, because at this point, it's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I said, he's not trying to keep the baby from her, but because of the antics that she's pulling, he has no choice. So he turned to her and said, we can't make him give you the baby. He's not willing to give you his son. So she walked away cussing and carrying on. So I said, and our attorney is not going to represent us in this one, but they will be there for the September 11th one. So they told her she had to leave, and that because of the restraining order, that she shouldn't come back over there. But you cussing me out is not an option. Now you can see she looked like a hood rat when you see her. And I think, babe, I think this girl pregnant again. I looked down, I was like, oh my God, this girl is pregnant. This girl got the nerve to be pregnant again. But oh well. Something is wrong with her. Something is clearly wrong with her. She don't bring the police to the house, and then when they don't make when they say they can't make him give the baby, she gonna start cussing. Girl, let me tell you something. I told you we got a template. Now really, the little bit of compassion I could have mustered up for you, I have done. I have none. What you say, babe?
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And when he walked in, because I called him and told him what was going on, and he flew home from work, and I said, you could tell the stress level in his face, and I said, are you okay? He was like, no, I'm just tired. He said, I'm tired. I said, custody is never an easy battle. I said, but if your brother would have did this from the beginning, he wouldn't be fighting 7 years later. I said, and this is the stance you're going to have to take with her. And I told you, when you get a baby mama, especially a hood rat baby mama, it requires court. Baby mama protocols is you put it in court. I told the police officer, I said, they don't know each other. They met on some dating website. I said, she got pregnant on purpose thinking somebody was going to take care of her. It didn't quite work out for her, so now the baby is a check.
Was she there with that boy?
No, I don't know, because I don't know who was there with her, because I didn't see. She was standing in front of the door, so they walked her over to a car. So I don't know if he was there, or I don't know who was there with her. But I had already told her, don't bring that boy to my house. I already told her that. And you can see the stress level in his face, where he's like, it's getting to be overwhelming for him. But because you could look at her and tell her she's not no good. And that's terrible when you shouldn't be able to judge a book by its cover, but you could see her coming. He can't be willing to give up that fight, though, because ain't no telling what Demario grew up under her watch. How he'll be acting, throwing gang signs up, gang banging, robbing stuff, thinking it's cute to hustle and scam people out of their stuff. And that's one thing I told the officer. I said, it's amazing to me that she's willing to let somebody else go up to a buffet, fill their plate up. She wait for them to come back to the table, and she try to take off their plate what they have instead of getting up the momentum to go get her own plate. I said, she always trying to take from somebody else. be at the house. Shane, I'm going to have to find a job before I go back to work. I'm not going back to work for this woman. I'm not going back to work for her. She's been calling me every single day. And matter of fact, she kept calling me while I was out there with the police. And I kept saying, I'm talking to the police. Call me back. Oh, I have a problem and this and this and this. And I'm going to tell her, please don't contact me no more while I'm on leave. That's it. Don't contact me no more. This is ridiculous. All right, guys. I'm just leaving my job because my boss doesn't know how to do a lot of stuff. And I'm frustrated because when I first started that job, my predecessor was gone. So I had no one actually to train me. My boss couldn't train me because she didn't know to do the job. She didn't know how to do the job. She just oversaw and looked at the numbers. But she didn't know what the job entails. That's what she didn't know. So I trained myself on everything. Everything I had to train myself. The frontline stuff, my staff was able to train me on. My administrative stuff, I had to train myself on. And there were times where I needed things and I couldn't go to her and get what I needed. She would call herself reprimanding me for things that were not done. And I'm like, how do I know that I was supposed to do this? Because I didn't know it was supposed to be done. And the only way she would know is because somebody was questioning her about it or making a statement that something wasn't done. Like, I didn't know. And one day we had a conversation. She said, what do you need? I said, I don't know what I need until I need it. And when I need it, I can't go to you because you don't know how to get what I need. So I'm on leave, like literally on leave. Like on leave. Not supposed to be contacted about work on leave. And she's contacted me every single day about a schedule, about payroll, about the hospital paging system, the phone bills for it's something that she's contacting me about every single day. And today, I was just frustrated. And then she's going to be on the phone with me trying to reprimand me, talking about, this is not acceptable to me. I don't know where to find it. I said, let me tell you what's not acceptable. What's not acceptable is that I gave you this stuff and now you don't know where it is, so now I have to come up there and get it. That's unacceptable. And then when I get into the office, she's going to tell me, I'm stressed. You stressed? I don't want to hear about your stress level. I say, you not know more stress than I am. And what makes it even worse is when I was talking to the police officers early, guys, she was on the phone. She called, I hung up. She called again, I hung up. She called again. I said, can you hold? So I'm standing talking to the police officers while Miss Noodlebrain is trying to see if she could force somebody to give her back the baby. No, honey, no. That's not gonna work. We go to court and it's gonna be handled in court. That's where it's gonna be handled. It's gonna be handled in court. And like the police officer advised me, everything about this girl should be brought up in court. And I'll never forget the time when she was staying with us. She gonna come to me and my daughter as if it was a great idea that she got into some contract marriage with some dude she never met. I guess her family member said, oh, we know this guy and he said he'll pay you X amount of money per month if you marry him so he can increase his military benefits and income. Who gonna go for that? Y'all do that? Do you know that's federal time if you get caught defrauding the government? Stupid. Oh, okay. I'm on my way back home, and I'm hoping the rest of the day will go better than the beginning of the day. My son, I can see the stress level in his face, and it's not good. But this fight needs to happen, and it actually needs to happen. All right, guys. Wow. She came over with the police and her restraining order in hand. And the police looked at her and said, we can't force him to get a baby back. If he doesn't want to give his baby back, we cannot force him. Y'all have to handle it in court and tell the judge he did not get a baby back as it was instructed. And he could say, this is why I did not get my baby back. She has him in an unsafe environment, and I was not willing to put my child in an environment like that. So it is what it is. And when they read, I gave the police officers the dispute to the restraining order and the custody. was like, okay. And then he let the other police officer see it, and you know, they come. I said, this is ridiculous. So she didn't say nothing about the fight and her restraining order, but we got it all in here. I said, she has a copy of it. I said, did she bring that copy? He was like, no. I said, of course she did. I said, but we've been advised by our attorney, so you know, we know. I said, we know our rights. So it is what it is, y'all. I think I need to go home and take a nap. It's like 150,000 bazillion degrees out here. I'm driving my son's car, who I don't think has air conditioning. I need a shower. I had to go to work because my boss has no idea what she's doing. It's been a day. Yeah, I'm just gonna end this here. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.